This is a gigantic red flag for me when it comes to Jalen Hurts. Why is it that at home you were playing in Philadelphia, you were playing against that Cowboys defense, you throw for like 150 yards in that game, and then I see Russell Wilson with far less talent go on the road and throw for 450 yards against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas? I have legitimate questions. Why is that the case? Are people going to keep pretending that Jalen Hurts is an elite quarterback? I mean, he plays on a team that is very well constructed, that has a lot of talent. And because they're well constructed and they have a lot of talent, they win a lot of football games. Point blank, period. That is what goes on with the Philadelphia Eagles. When I look at this team, I don't look at them and say, wow, the quarterback is really doing what he needs to do to win the game. No, I look at the quarterback and I say, wow, you're able to build a team and win a lot of games with that roster. That's really impressive. Because when I look at Jalen Hurts, I'm just so unimpressed by what I see from him. And yes, he played well in the Super Bowl. He played well in the NFC Championship game. I get it. I should ignore the 20 plus games that I've seen previously where I was flat out unimpressed with the guy. I should ignore that because he played well in 2 games. I get it. 2 biggest games of the season. But ask yourself this question. If he plays like that and he plays for Baltimore or Buffalo, do you think they're getting to the Super Bowl? Ask yourself that very honest question, because I don't think that would be the case. I think that if he played for one of those teams, they're not even making the playoffs. And the Michael Jordan act that he pulls where he's doing the Michael, just stop. It's so damn cringe. It really is. I have respect for the way he plays and the way that he is deferential to the talent around him. But when we start putting him in conversations he doesn't belong in, that's where I'm just like, all right, I've had enough of the Jalen Hurts stuff. Because I just look at the guy and I just come away so unimpressed week by week by what he does. I mean, the team around him is fantastic and he's able to operate because the team around him is fantastic. But he does not contribute to winning on the same level as like 10 to 13, 14 other quarterbacks in the league do. I look at him, like the average depth of target is what, 3 yards for him? He barely throws the ball past the line of scrimmage. And when he throws the ball past the line of scrimmage, you want to know, by the way, when he throws a check down, you want to know who he's throwing the ball to? One of the best players in the NFL. He has the best wide receiver duo in football. What'd they combine for yesterday? Like 80 yards? What have they combined for in the season? Like 80, 90 yards or something like that? I mean, this offense is just so damn lifeless. And sure, they were able to win yesterday because the Kansas City Chiefs offense is really, really bad. They have no talent on it, and they kept giving the offense for the Eagles the ball back. And yeah, they were able to. And here's the thing, right? This is a gigantic red flag for me when it comes to Jalen Hurts. Why is it that at home you were playing in Philadelphia, you were playing against that Cowboys defense, you throw for like 150 yards in that game, and then I see Russell Wilson with far less talent go on the road and throw for 450 yards against the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas? I have legitimate questions. Why is that the case? Why was Russell Wilson able to look like the best quarterback in the league against the Dallas Cowboys? And then when I saw Jalen Hurts, I'm like, wow, what's wrong with this guy? Like, is he just not seeing the field? Is he afraid to throw the ball down the field? Because Russell Wilson wasn't afraid to throw the ball down the field against the Dallas Cowboys, but Jalen Hurts was. And I mean, like, when you look at what he did in 2023, right? By the way, can we stop this whole thing of, he has new coordinators every year, and then you turn around and tell me that Nick Sirianni is a great coach? Because Nick Sirianni is an offensive-minded head coach. And when you have an offensive-minded head coach, guess what? He is supposed to call the plays for the offense. It shouldn't be a situation where the guy has a new offensive coordinator every single year. You should have your offensive-minded head coach be able to come up with plays for your team, right? Like that, isn't that what's supposed to happen? I mean, that's how I think this is supposed to go. Your offensive-minded head coach is supposed to call the plays so that you're not consistently going through coordinators year in and year out, year in and year out, year in and year out. I look at this team and I say, wow, they built a great roster. And because they built a great roster, they're able to get away with some of the flaws that they have structurally, with the fact that their quarterback is mediocre and the fact that their head coach is, to me, just a guy. That's how good of a team they built, to where the head coach and the quarterback, they could be mediocre and they'll still win a lot of games. Now we'll see this year, because I'm not as high. What I saw yesterday from them, I mean, look, I have concerns about that team, and I'm not as sold on their defense as people were coming out of that game. I saw what Dallas's offense did to that defense last Thursday. And I mean, if Travis Kelce catches a football, that's a lot more of an interesting game. So I give it to the Eagles. They're very good at taking advantage of when people are making mistakes. They're very great at taking advantage of that. But when I look at this team overall, I just look at the quarterback and I say, I look at the coach, I say, Yeah, like, I get it. They won a Super Bowl, but they also won a Super Bowl because they have the best defensive coordinator in football. And what they had last year was the best defense in football that made play after play after play after play, turnover after turnover after turnover. That was the story of that team last year, was how good their defense was. And this year, defense played well yesterday. They didn't play that great against Dallas. I don't know. I just don't sit like I can't shake this feeling. I just look at the guy, Jalen Hurts, and I'm just like, he's average. And that's all right. They have an average quarterback that manages the game, and they win a lot of games. Credit to him.